This is Lazaro alto saxophone. It's available in 11 different colors, with lacquer or with nickel keys. It produces beautiful sound. Check this out.
First thing, opening up the case, we see that the case itself is as cheap as it gets, offering very little protection to the instrument. A good case costs money, and you should expect a quality case to come with a more expensive saxophone. The next thing I noticed was the pads. The pads they use in this horn are cheap, but they are installed very well, and they have metal domed resonators. All saxophone pads can get sticky, but the cheap ones much more so. On this instrument, you're gonna get a lot of pads stuck closed while playing. There are ways to deal with this, but a more expensive instrument should have higher quality pads that will last longer and not get so sticky. I cannot tell what kind of brass was used to make this saxophone, but I can only assume it was the cheap kind. Having said that, I've tried bending it in several spots with my hands and can tell you that it is quite strong and resistant. As much as people talk about the metal a saxophone is made out of having a big impact on the sound, the truth is that the shape of that metal matters far more. This brass has been shaped to the exact same dimensions as a professional instrument. It's probably identical in shape to a Selmer. The other materials used, like springs, corks, felts, lacquer, and key touches, are pretty standard, and I don't think there's any significant cost savings there. One area that I usually see a lot of cut corners is the assembly. Often with these cheap Chinese imports, you'll see the corks glued on crooked or the wrong thickness of corks, which result in improper key heights and a lot of play in the mechanisms. No joke. This saxophone is the best I've seen in this price range when it comes to the setup of all these things. There is virtually zero mechanical play in the keys. I found a minuscule amount in the low C key, and the front F key is a bit wobbly, but since there is no pad attached to that key, its impact is minimal. The neck has a very nice fit into the body, and even the octave key on the neck has a tight fit. This is not usually the case with these instruments. The neck cork is also installed quite well, I must say. The mouthpiece it comes with is a plastic copy of a Selmer C-Star, and it works fine. A more expensive saxophone should come with a better quality mouthpiece though. It does come with a handy set of white gloves, which, as you know, are absolutely essential for playing the saxophone. And it comes with two swabs, one for the body and one for the neck and mouthpiece. You've also got cork grease, a polishing cloth, a bunch of reeds, and a neck strap. This instrument also comes with a stand, which is a nice accessory to include. So really, apart from the sticky pads and the terrible case, this is a great value at $259. If you're on a tight budget and want to get a saxophone, you can play everything you need to play on this instrument. There are a lot of details that go into why a professional saxophone player like myself would much rather have this professional level instrument than a cheap one from Amazon. If you're serious about playing saxophone and can afford a better instrument, you should get the best you can that fits in your budget. But for a beginner, or someone who just wants to play casually, or anyone who's on a tight budget, this instrument will get the job done, as you heard me demonstrate. Now, every time I do one of these videos, there's always a bunch of comments, people saying, yeah, but that instrument is just gonna fall apart after a short period of time playing it. That's simply not true in this case. Chinese-made instruments have a bad reputation because when they first started producing musical instruments decades ago, many of the instruments were so poorly made that they would literally fall apart in your hands. Things have changed drastically since that time. I know this may be difficult for some people to accept, but the reality is there are many high-quality products being manufactured in China.